Yesterday I had the privilege of going to see Catherine Budig. She was here in Dallas, and one of the things she said in Uttanasana, or forward bend, really resonated with me. It was essentially that we needed to bring the shin bones together and the calves together so that those parts of the legs were engaged and active. And in the thigh bones, we needed to feel that spreading. Because what I notice a lot of times in forward folds is that people have lower back pain. And so as I was thinking about this and feeling it very differently in my body, I realized that it was a great evolution of the forced yoga core work that I've always loved so much, which is this rolled up mat between the thighs. I think I have a video of it somewhere. I will find it if you're interested. It's my favorite core work to heat up the body. I teach it almost every single day. Or I have been teaching it almost every single day. And now I'm starting to learn that perhaps I need to work a little bit differently to strengthen the muscles that's not addressing. And so you'll need a block for this. And instead of placing the block between the inner thighs, we'll place it in between the calves. For most people, this medium width will be enough. This is too narrow. Sometimes this is applicable. What you want is the greater trochanter vertically aligned with the outside edges of the ankles. So for me, this is a bit wide. It depends on the size of your block and the size of your hips. You want the block all the way up toward the arches of the feet so that you can hug it with your ankles and with your calves. Press out through the ball of the foot. Pinky toe comes back a little bit. So that ball mound under the big toe is reaching up, pinkies down toward the floor. Hands interlace at the occipital ridge, just beneath the skull. Give the neck a little squeeze so that it doesn't squeeze on you. And exhale the breath. Spread the inhale into the lower back. And hold on to that breath. Notice where you clench when you hold the breath. See if you can soften. Middle part of the back presses down. See the arches of the feet lift up. Squeeze the block. With the exhale, lift head and shoulders. Check in with the lower belly. Pull it down and in at the bottom of the exhale, feeling the space between breaths. And lower the head and shoulders. Feet stay lifting. Take an inhale. Hold that breath. Now as you squeeze the block, feel the hip points hug in. Tops of your hip bones, fronts of your hip bones. Tailbone lifts up. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Using the upper back, actually using the hands, lift away from the upper back. Neck and skull extending. Pull the low belly down and in. Sometimes it helps to look at it. Then lower tailbone, head and shoulders. Take in a breath and savor this length in the spine. Hold the breath. The middle part of the back presses down, so you're keeping the arch in the lower back. We have curves for a reason. Squeeze. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Send the arches of the feet up more. Squeeze the block more so that you feel the outer thighs spread wide, creating this beautiful internal rotation. Inhale, lower tailbone, head and shoulders. Hold on to that breath. Press the middle part of the back down. Tailbone lifts, squeeze the block. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Bottom of the exhale, lower abdominals come down and in. So you're stabilizing the lower back. Then lower tailbone, head and shoulders. Hold that breath. Starting to feel the heat in the legs and in the abdominals. Squeeze the block, lift tailbone. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Check back in with the thoughts. Soften through the face. Pull low belly down. Inhale, lower. Drinking in that breath, let it be nourishing. Hold it. Squeeze block, tailbone lifts up. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Feeling for the space between the breaths. It's in the space that the divine speaks to us. Pull the low belly down. Inhale, lower tailbone, head and shoulders. Hold that breath. Last one here. Press middle part of back down. Squeeze the block. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. At the bottom of the exhale, pull the low belly down. Squeeze inner ankles a little bit more. And you lower all the way down. Releasing the block. Catching it. Set the feet down. And just take a moment to check back in. So I anticipate that this will help my students who have a tendency to let their toes be out, whether it be in Tadasana or wheel, any of these poses, starting to bring the knees in line with the middle toes and the outside edges of the feet parallel. This is strengthening those regions as well as strengthening the knees and the tendons around them. I hope you enjoy.